Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Isaac.
And Miss Lynn.
I have pet peeves, and that song is one of them. While I understand it's romantic, I don't know if kids these days realize that Romeo and Juliet both die at the end. I'm just not sure if they understand that.
Well, you know what? It works.
I know it works, and it's all sappy and romantic.
It's a good song.
So I know.
It is. Especially for her only being 18.
Sure. So, but another one of my pet peeves is when people change lanes without using their blinker. You know, it's there, use it. It's a sign of, intention. I got cut off twice yesterday, and unfortunately, I can't find my horn on my steering wheel. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't work.
I hate when people cut me off, too. For some reason or another, if your blinker's there, use it. It's there for a reason. And one of those reasons is to not get into an accident.
Yeah.
Which will tend to happen if you do not use your blinker.
Mm-hmm. And especially when, they randomly decide to change into your lane like 2 feet in front of you. And you're just like, while I personally, as a body, don't have a bubble, my car has a big bubble, so stay away.
Didn't you tell me that you even use your blinker when nobody else is around?
Yeah. When I'm driving home, even from here, 11 o'clock, nobody else. It's me and the cops out at night, and I just randomly will still use my blinker changing lanes.
I think most people do, because I do it too, and sometimes people just do it out of habit.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah, we all have our pet peeves, but up next is Up All Night on Edge 88.1 KDPS. I was reading something on the internet today about a Connecticut middle school that had banned touching, and I don't completely understand this, but I think it's some kind of overreaction to bullying, but I think that's taking it a little too far. What do you think?
I think that's just taking it a tad bit too far. I mean, that means no high fives, no handshakes, no anything. I mean, and with girls, they hug a lot. I mean, every time a girl sees one of their friends, they hug her. It's just, it's a thing. It's always been that way, and yet, no touching? Are you serious?
Yeah, well, and the kids were talking about how they can't high-five each other and how that's kind of a downer because, how are they supposed to show their, adulation, whatever, when they, big word, I'm sorry, happiness when they ace a test or, think they did really good. They can't even, have camaraderie with their fellows because they can't touch them.
I guess all you can say is, good job, dude.
Yeah,
that's it.
Throw spitballs at their head. Not condoning that behavior.
I think that would be considered bullying.
Possibly, so. Okay, up next is Chicken Fried by Zach Brown. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Isaac.
And Miss Lynn.
And I was just wondering why people are afraid of flying. I've been flying for basically my whole life, and it's fine to me. I don't even usually have second thoughts about it.
Isaac, you know why people are afraid of flying, though.
I do, but, planes crash, planes get hijacked, but, okay.
I guess your main point would probably be it happened 8 years ago. Get over it. But then at the same time, the war's still going on. So.
Well, okay. Aside from, hijackings, there's also crashes. But counting everybody that dies in a plane crash every year compared to everybody that dies in a car crash every day, the numbers don't really compare. The only problem is that 2 to 3 people die every car crash every day, and 50 to 60 to 100 people die in a plane crash.
I think you just proved your point of why people are scared. I think you said it backwards, probably.
I don't know.
More people die in car crashes than they do in plane crashes.
They do.
That is what he meant to say.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. And I'm feeling really depressive, depressing right now. I'm talking about deaths. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, on a lighter note, he's going out of town tomorrow to Colorado.
And I'm flying.
And he's flying. So I won't be able to see him. It's so sad.
I'll miss you too.
Oh, thank you, Isaac.
Okay, well, up next is Psychosocial on Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Hello, this is Miss Lynn with Isaac here on the Edge 88.1. And, okay, Isaac seems to have a major problem with getting into a girl's purse when she's looking. Okay, the only problem some girls have is when you get in them and they're not paying attention and you do it behind their backs, I guess.
Okay, I was raised with girls' purses are sacred. It's just, you don't touch them. They're, dark secret things in there that men are not supposed to know, and I just don't dig.
I tell you to get a pen out of my purse so I can write something down, and he won't do it. I was like, dude, I need a pen.
I was poking it.
And he's like, well, you're going to have to get it because I can't get in there. That's just wrong.
I don't know. It was just the way I was raised. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I think you need to get over it, personally. But
maybe. I don't know. I think it's one of those weird chivalry things. Maybe not. Maybe it's just stupid. I don't know. But this is the Edge 88.1 KDPS. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Edge 88.1 KDPS, Grandview's Shuffle Station. So, Michael, have you ever been to Las Vegas?
No, I've avoided that den of sin, sir.
Well, apparently there's a new hotspot in Vegas.
Ooh, tell me more.
But it probably isn't what you think.
It probably isn't.
It's not a nightclub or, the newest casino. It's the pool. The new restaurant, Vidara, has people at the pool have complained of getting unpleasantly hot. Not just, hot like I've been, sunbathing and, I'm burnt. Like, really, really hot. Like, hot enough to melt plastic or singe hair. Apparently, the shape of the hotel, I don't know. I can never tell if it's concave or convex.
Parabola.
Yeah, what he said. It apparently reflects and amplifies the sun and can basically melt you. Apparently, employees at the hotel call it their death ray. So, the spokesman for the hotel said that they're working on fixing it, but apparently this is a new hotel, so it's their first summer with this problem. And I guess I'd be curious to see how many people have run into that problem, How many? What's that smell?
Wonder if the military knows about this.
I don't know. They could, turn this into a weapon.
I feel like this is... they should know that citizens of the United States are being burnt to alive. I don't think they're being burnt alive, but they're being burnt by a quote-unquote death ray. I mean, if you get something like this in the middle of, the Mid-Eastern desert...
Do you know anybody in the military? Maybe you could suggest that.
I'll get to General Petraeus right away.
You do that. Up next, we have Kid Rock with Born Free.
It's the Edge at 8.1, Des Moines Shuffle Station on the air with your 6 o'clock psychos here in the studio. And we have a news article here for you. Very interesting one indeed. It revolves around a man, an egg, and jail time.
I love those stories.
3 of my favorite things. This is about a man in Chicago who has been sentenced to 90 days in jail for throwing an egg during a previous courtroom proceeding.
Uh-oh.
Now, the man who does probably have egg on his face now, but ching, it's the reason why is because prosecutors said it caused, this is what's really confusing me, $616.78 worth of damage.
That's an expensive egg.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it could have hit, because it said that it narrowly missed the judge, which probably would have resulted in a life sentence, I'm guessing, or, capital punishment, especially if that judge was presiding over it again. But
maybe you just get pelted with several billion eggs.
Yeah, what on earth could that egg have hit?
I don't know, like
that it costs $616.78 worth of damage.
Well, even if it hit a flag, a dry cleaning bill is $600.
Yeah, because the only thing I could think of is that if it's, you got good news and bad news. Good news is that egg barely missed the judge. The bad news is it hit his original model of the Millennium Falcon from the 1977 film Star Wars, worth approximately $616. The 78 cents was for cleanup charges. That doesn't make any sense to me.
You don't think it'd be more for whatever you just said, Millennium Falcon?
Maybe it was a knockoff. I don't know.
Yes, we paid $616 for this knockoff.
I don't know, that judge sounds like he's more of a Star Trek fan, though. What he was doing throwing an egg in the courtroom in the first place is beyond me.
Yeah, did they explain that? Guy throwing the egg in the first place?
Nope. Obviously, he just decided, hey, let's throw an egg at this judge who's making me pay my child support.
This is what I think of you and my child support. Wait.
Make me do my civic responsibility to my baby mama. Egg you, sir! Egg on you!
Could at least, like, fried it first.
That's true. Or maybe it was a hard-boiled egg and it went through a window.
Possible. That could be $616.
That would be 616 and 78. There we go. But you know what's worth 616 and 78? The music we play on this station, because we have a hit coming up next. It's Love, Hate, Sex, Pain by Godsmack on the Edge 88.1 Des Moines Shuffle Station.
This is the Edge 88.1 KDPS Grandviews Shuffle Station. So, you trust your mailman, right?
I do.
He seems like a fairly nice guy.
He is.
Well, apparently, a Philadelphia mailman is accused of storing nearly 13,000 pieces of mail in his garage.
Wow.
So, how would you like, you go through all of your undelivered mail, and this is apparently 13 years worth of mail, and find, love letters from your high school sweetheart.
That's actually kind of 13 years?
13 years.
He's just been picking mail. That's okay. If that's 13,000 pieces of mail for 13 years, that's over 1,000 years. That's more than like it's about 3 letters a day. This guy's just been pocketing and putting in his house.
Well, it's doable enough. Houses you deliver most of it, and maybe he was just ADD, and the ones that were wrapped shiny he kept.
That's really bizarre.
So apparently, it took them 3 postal trucks to remove all of the mail from his home. All of the mail was eventually delivered. You'll get all your love letters yet, my friend.
from my girlfriend in Philadelphia.
Exactly. And apparently, if the man is convicted, he's 42 years old. He could spend 6 months in jail, 5 months of probation, and a $5,000 fine.
Wow.
I think that'd be an interesting, maybe it's just one of those, how can I screw up my job moments.
I wonder if he's like one of those hoarder people that you see about, on those shows like, hoarders buried alive, and he just compulsively had to take mail. Or he could be a kleptomaniac.
He gets high off of stealing people's mail.
That's true. Yeah, maybe on his interview he said, what are you good at? He says, I like taking things from people to other people.
Yeah.
Oh, well then
you gotta cover for it somehow.
To other people. Yeah, taking things to other people.
88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station.
Shuffle.
So, I've never really thought about this before, but Maine is the only state with a single syllable name. Maine. You can't really, the whole clapping thing. Maine.
Iowa.
Yeah. How ironic that our 4-letter state has 3 syllables. Iowa.
Missouri.
Nebraska.
I guess if you're southern, Iowa.
Kansas.
It could be Iowa, but that's still 2.
North Dakota. South Dakota. Florida. California.
Yeah, you pretty much, there's nothing.
No, not really. Even I don't know if Washington D.C. counts, but that's like still way overboard.
Well, yeah, I think that's where everything. Washington D.C. That's 5. California has 5 too.
I wonder if those are like tied for the most.
Probably the only one that comes shortest is New York. One said it's the one from Brooklyn.
New York.
2 really short syllables.
I'm walking here.
New York, baby. 2 syllables.
Or syllables, if you
Syllables.
pronounce it wrong.
Wrong.
Like I used to do until I was in 6th grade.
Wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yep. That's a lie, by the way. I didn't do that.
New Jersey.
Joyzy.
I've noticed we've kind of avoided all of the southern states, because I'm pretty sure we both know our southern accents are terrible.
Ohio.
That's
another 4-letter one with 3 syllables.
That's true. Wait. Yeah, I think we're all just in trouble. But up next, we have Waking Up in Vegas by Katy Perry.
Like news? 'Cause we have news. Like stories? 'Cause we tell stories. Like weird? 'Cause we are weird.
What about music?
Yes, awkwardly high voice. We've got music too.
We're Andy and Isaac.
We're artificial intelligence. Mondays, 8 to 10. Intelligence so artificial, they won't even use it as a sweetener. Edge 88.1 KDPS. This is the Edge 88.1 KDPS, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a rather startling piece of news.
Oh my goodness, I am so scared right now.
The zombie apocalypse has happened. Andy and I have barricaded ourselves in the radio room, but all that matters now is your safety.
You're not gonna get us alive!
We have various tips to keep you safe during this difficult time for all of us.
We'll try to keep you updated on locations where they've hit and where you can be safe as well. Crazy times, ladies and gentlemen. The zombies are here. We tried to tell you. We tried. You wouldn't listen to us.
We warned you. So, this is Andy and Isaac keeping you updated. But now, back to the music. Please just try and relax and stay safe.
Edge 88.1 KDPS. Oh my jeez. Isaac.
We're in a pickle, Andy.
A pickle is saying it mildly. The zombies have taken over, ladies and gentlemen. It's craziness, complete chaos, not only outside the studio, but pretty much everywhere in Des Moines. How did this happen, you ask? Well, besides the fact that some guy didn't wash his hands in the bathroom, the CDC, basically, you know who they are. They're the Center for Disease Control. They were unable to contain the zombie virus.
Despite all of their planning over all of these years, they just couldn't do anything to help us.
No, and they were the one organization that I thought had our backs.
They were here to help, and they failed.
What are we going to do now, Isaac? We think we might possibly have a cure. Not us personally, but the CDD, or the Center for Disease and Development. We'll get into that in just a moment. We hope everyone else is okay. If you need any tips, we're going to get into some zombie survival tips as well. Remember, smash the brain. You have to destroy the brain completely, otherwise your efforts are futile.
Agreed. The double tap. Don't forget the double tap.
The double tap. That's an excellent rule. I feel so stressed, Isaac. I just don't even know how to handle myself.
Your hair is coming undone.
I'm telling you, my hair everywhere. Yeah, we'll just leave that one alone for now. Oh, Isaac, what a crazy situation. Well, I suppose we should get back to at least some music. We're trying to get some zombie-related music at least, trying to calm you guys down. They're everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Stay inside your homes. Do what you have to do. Just be safe.
Unless you're especially prepared.
Right. All kinds of batteries, a blanket, a flashlight,
22 Magnum,
and a sickle. Yes. I actually learned that sickle was the instrument of death for zombies earlier.
Good to know.
Yeah. Just something to keep in mind. We'll get back to the music. We've got some zombies to fight off currently. It's just mass chaos here at the studios. So here's another zombie-related tune anyway. It's the Cranberries. It's Zombie. Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Fortunately, the Grandview Vikings and probably St. Francis have been reduced to slobbering zombies who are drooling and muttering for brains.
They're all dead. We're not gonna make it, Isaac. I mean, how are we gonna... Yeah.
It will be very interesting once our radio show is done, but I assure you we will find a way to make it out.
We were supposed to have a zombie expert today, actually, but on the way here, ironically enough, he didn't make it. He got mauled by a huge pattern of zombies.
Well, what kind of expert is that? I don't think we would take his advice anyway.
Well, interestingly, he had survived a previous zombie attack, and so I thought he was perfect for it. And he was at one of the locations that has been overrun by zombies in Des Moines. It's Sleepy Hollow Park. They've been shooting... Yes, they're shooting zombies at will, from what I've heard.
Well, the good news is that's a hill, so, well lit because of the ski areas. You could always make a last stand there, but I hope they make it.
That's what I'm thinking. And we might as well just throw one out at least. There is a place in Japan that's similar. It's a tower that's supposed to be zombie-proof. The only downfall, once the bodies start building up, then the zombies can climb up it. So
design flaw. I'm sure they didn't think of that.
Right. But, I mean, it's hindsight, 2020.
All right, well,
craziness.
Now we have our personal top tips for surviving this zombie apocalypse.
Again, it's all about your safety, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course. Mine is stay informed. That's why we're here. We're keeping you informed what's going on and what you need to know.
My first one, bowling ball. That's all I need to say. Bowling ball.
Fair enough. And then, be prepared. Don't fight off the zombies in a t-shirt. Find something protective. That nice leather jacket that you've been saving for Timmy. Something, just save it and, just wear it and it'll hopefully protect you.
Always carry a change of underwear. That's a plus as well. I actually have mine here today, fortunately. It's not like I was planning on the zombie apocalypse, but, other situations arose, and so I'm prepared there at least.
Okay, and except for your lovely news crew here, beware of fellow survivors. They do not always have your best interests at heart. On occasion, they can look to turn you around for their own profit. So just be careful about them.
That's actually a very smart one. I like that one. My last one, avoid strip clubs. The diseases run probably the most rampant in those places, and that's probably one of the first places that an outbreak is sure to happen. I know they're a fun time, guys. Trust me, it's not worth it.
And those are your tips for survival from KDPS 88.1. Stay safe and stay alive.
Stay alive. Keep your brains growing. Keep them strong. And, smash the other brains. Smash the attackers. Holes, bullets, sickles, whatever you got to do. I guess we'll get back to the music. We'll do up some more zombie-related music here in a bit. We're going to try to fight off and fend off some zombies while we're at it. Edge, 88.1.
Shuffle station. Well, Mel, maybe we should play that song again. Maybe it would drive away the zombies.
Drove me away, that's for sure.
Okay, so we have a little bit of levity for this serious moment. This is just to keep us all, if we didn't laugh, we would all go insane.
The zombie beating on our door has subsided for the second.
For the moment, so we can kind of take a quick breather. So, okay.
Still smelling breath in the studio, though.
It must be like the zombie secret weapon. Maybe that's how they'll drive us out.
That's what I'm thinking. It's one of their poisons at this point.
Okay, so what did the zombie get his medal for?
Question mark.
Dedication.
Boom.
Okay, how do you know a zombie is tired? Okay, I'm not gonna put you through this.
Okay.
He's dead on his feet. Ha.
Ha.
Okay.
How do you know a zombie is a vegetarian?
Wow, now I know what you feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Because he only eats grains.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, grown, but awesome.
Yeah.
What did the zombie's buddy say when he introduced him to his girlfriend? Where did you dig her up from?
That's nice. I actually like that one. You seriously don't smell breath? I'm telling you. It's bugging me.
I'm good. Alright, do zombies eat...
I know you're good, but I'm smelling breath, and frankly, I don't think that's good at all.
Do zombies eat popcorn with their fingers? No, they eat the fingers separately.
I like that one too, actually. That one's nice.
Alright. Why did the zombie cross the road? Because he wanted to eat the chicken. It all tastes like chicken to zombies.
Nice.
And then last but not least, we have, how many zombies does it take to screw in a light bulb? Why are you watching zombies screw in a light bulb? Shoot them! And that is your levity for the moment. Good luck zombie hunting, and, if you ever want to break down and weep, remember these jokes, and hopefully it'll get you through.
Yeah, we've got some more zombie locations, we've got some zombie survival stuff, just pretty much everything zombie, at least for the next hour. We're still trying to keep you safe. We're going to come at you now, at least, with some more zombie-related music. This is by a band called Z-Trip. Name the song, ironically enough, The Walking Dead. Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Are we human? Are we still alive?
I think so.
Dancing?
Wouldn't that be interesting? Dancing zombies.
Hey, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson has the patent on that one.
Yeah, he did pull it off.
Well, we have a little bit of history for you on, just kind of... There are various zombie origins. We're not completely sure where this particular outbreak began, but we both have where it may have started. Potentially, in theory, zombies started in Haiti. Apparently, voodoo sorceresses could use their wiles to turn dead people into undead people to do their bidding. There's also the possibility of, psycho drugs and, psychoactive drugs that entered your blood system. Someone put them into you, spilled them into your drink, kind of like a really messed up roofie, I don't know. But then either way, you are obedient to that spellcaster, whoever put you under the influence of this. Apparently also one of our sources say that another good, reliable way to turn on someone into a zombie is to sit them down and have them watch hour after hour of TBS's Tyler Perry, although that is an unsubstantiated rumor.
I feel zombie-esque if I watch like 5 minutes of that show, so I'm right there with you. I personally, the CDC, the guys that have been all over the zombie apocalypse, they believe that one of the ways that it could have started was actually through the transference of mosquitoes.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Particular problem in Iowa.
Right, exactly. So be very, very cautious. The good news, mosquitoes don't normally feed on dead things or animals. So if this was the case, chances are they would survive mostly off the sense of smell, and they really wouldn't want to hunt off the zombies. So we have that as somewhat of a good, I guess, blanket, if you will.
How does that help?
Because the zombies are dead, so they don't generally smell like the best food. So they're not trying to hunt after them. They're trying to hunt after us.
And so they'll infect us more?
Yeah, I know. If they haven't attacked the zombie because they're attracted from, or they're distracted from the smell, then I guess that makes sense. They don't have any zombie infection. They're just taking our blood.
As long as they're not zombie mosquitoes, we're good.
Right, exactly.
Wouldn't
But
that
if
be a
they
scary
have,
thought?
injected any of the zombie blood, then we're all screwed.
Great.
The bad news, similar. If a newly affected person is alive and kicking, they could possibly spread the infection without even knowing it. And spread it before even showing signs, and it could be craziness.
It's quite it hides until the last moment.
Right, exactly. Dormant, if you will.
Dormant. Good.
So thank you. You had one, and I figured I'd bring one out too. So that's just two ways how we think this might have possibly started. Again, be safe, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no way to know. It's not really how it started. It's making it out alive. That's the issue.
Exactly. It's that it started. I mean, right now our zombies are away from our door, which is a plus. I think we're gonna be able to make it home safely.
Yeah, good time for a potty break.
Do you have your pickaxe?
I have my shovel.
Okay. I think that's all that matters. But for the rest of you, stay safe. If you have to stay indoors, recommend locking all the doors. Again, destroy the brain. Shut the windows. Yeah, that probably helps too. And avoid bathrooms. That's another survival tip for you. Yeah. Regardless of whether it's your own or a public bathroom, just avoid it all the way around. It's going to be better for you. So, I suppose we should get back to the music. I mean, we are still a radio station. Regardless of what's going on, we still have to somewhat entertain. So,
we're almost as cool as the Postal Service.
I agree. Almost, but not quite.
Rain, snow, or zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't stop me either. People still need their fruitcake.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll get back to the music. Before we go, we're probably going to have at least 1-2 more zombie-related songs, maybe some zombie survival tips. Who we know that recently turned into a zombie.
Quite the tragedy.
Yeah, it's terrible all the way around.
I think usually Facebook is a good indicator.
That's true.
It goes from what they're doing today to brains.
Or just nothing, just a bunch of ZZXRRRXXX because they can't really type that much, yeah.
Once the pinky falls off, it's all done.
Yeah. Getting back to the music, we'll get back to your announcements, your safety here in just a bit. Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Shuffle station. I don't know. I just throw some happiness into it. I mean, we've been just attacked and mauled and tormented by zombies all night. I gotta have a little happiness.
I hope we're mauled at. If you've been mauled, I don't think I can know you any longer.
You don't know what happened when I went outside.
I suppose I don't.
Craziness.
That's right. He had to go outside, so I'm fearing for him. I'm glad I only have a couple minutes longer.
That's bravery right there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm risking my life or non-zombification for you folks just to finish this out, and then I'm getting away from Andy.
We are risking, yes. I risk too.
Yeah, I'm not sure about your infection status, though.
Last I checked, I'm still okay.
Well, that's good. I'll have to check your eyes later.
Yeah, that blood is... It's a scratch. I wasn't bitten. Mm-hmm. Well, should we at least give him our last story?
Go ahead.
Our last stuffs. Well, we figured we'd give you just a couple more survival tips before we get out of here. We're just about out, unfortunately. If we don't make it back next week, you pretty much know what happened. I'll be chewing on, well, somebody and enjoying the tenders there.
Hopefully all have made it out. I think I'm a slightly faster runner than Andy.
I think you actually have a better chance. I'm a smoker. I think I'm done for, honestly.
That being said, you could just breathe on them.
That's true. That's been happening to me all night. So not only have we been haunted by zombies, I just have to tell you, listeners, a ghost with excruciatingly nasty breath has been, like, in my face the entire show. And after eating it and, smelling it for about the last 2 hours, I'm over it. I'm ready. I'm done.
That's right. Andy is not only haunted by zombies, he's haunted by bad breath ghosts.
Right. They do exist. Don't judge me. They
You're judged.
exist. Well, we could talk forever about the ghost that's been breathing literally down my neck. But, couple other survival tools for you. First and foremost, shoot first. Ask later.
Fair enough.
I actually think that applies very well here. Secondly, Ziploc.
Always Ziploc.
Right.
And if possible, zip line, because that's a little bit more fun.
That's true. The zombie-proof house has the zip line.
Awesomeness.
It's in Poland, just so you know. Finally, the last one, pack your stain stick. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
And, nothing beats getting those nasty, dried brain stains off your favorite pair of pants.
Exactly. I, frankly, do not want to be walking around in my Guess jeans with brains, blood, whatever attached to them.
Fair enough. All right. Well, this is the Edge 88.1. This is Andy and Isaac signing out for the evening. We're going to have to fight our way out of the studio.
The Schwab of the dead has ended, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
Normally we're artificial intelligence. Tonight, the Schwab of the dead.
All right. 88.1 KDPS.
Thanks for playing, kiddies. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
And I'm Karmen.
And we're at war
with each other.
I like to tell silly stories that entertain and amuse.
And I tell straight facts to inform you and keep you safe. Yes, you.
And we're on the warpath every Monday night.
From 6 to 8, be sure to tune into The Carnage. Breaking news! We just found out that there's a blizzard.
Boring, Carmen. Let them go back to their music. 88.1 KDPS.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
It is the Edge 88.1 KDPS Des Moines Shuffle Station. It is 6 o'clock on a Monday, and it's theme week! Woo!
Yay!
And, well, being the geek I am, my theme had to be video games. Bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop. Except now it's more like, We've gone from the happy days of, Pong and Space Invaders to, all of your modern, violent, and I suppose there's the Wii, so, you have your nice, fun Wii games for the children. How do you feel about video games, Carmen?
I really can get into them, depending on what it is. But I'm a big Wii fan now.
Big Wii fan. Well, that's good to know. I don't personally own a Wii, although
either.
Well,
I played at a friend's house.
We're both fans of something we don't own.
Yes.
It definitely goes to show something about our economy these days. Even if we don't own it, we can find them somewhere enough that we can play them enough to know we like them.
Exactly. Definitely.
Well, I've kind of been a video game geek for a very long time. I don't remember my very first system, unfortunately, but I've had one ever since then. Yeah, that's right. I've had a video game system ever since a time I can't remember. And it is my way of relaxing. Instead of flipping on the boob tube and watching whatever silly thing is on television, I will play Xbox instead.
Well, I don't remember mine either. I do remember we had the old kind with the big blocks for the games. And, stick it in and it makes that big sound instead of, the disc stuff. And it was like you get to shoot birds and stuff like that. But no, it was very basic.
I remember that. That was the old NES.
Yes.
The Nintendo something system. I played that at my grandma's. I still actually have that little gun that you shoot with.
You're kidding.
I don't know. We didn't keep the system because it really didn't work very well, but I kept that gun just for nostalgia.
Oh, that's fun.
Good times.
Definitely.
Well, instead of your average music, tonight I'll be playing a medley of kind of Nintendo. It's orchestra Nintendo music. It's kind of weird, I know, but I hope you enjoy it. I usually do, and it's just a lot of fun. So enjoy on the Edge 88.1 KDPS. Edge 88.1 KDPS. So, as I mentioned, that's kind of a medley of some of the more interesting little video game stuff out there. Mostly Nintendo. That was kind of where my video game career, life, something. I wouldn't call it a career. I think career is making money. Video games are usually just wasting them and spending them. But alright, so I have a list of kind of interesting facts about video games and stuff. This is all just stuff that I skimmed and found, and I personally found interesting. There are over 100 million Game Boys in the world.
Game Boys alone?
Game Boys. Just the little, handheld Game Boy battery pack. Take it wherever you go,
That's
the old ones, used to not have the backlit screen, so you'd have to, always, if it was in the dark, you'd have to hold them into the light just right so you could see it, but the glare wasn't too much. Did that a lot. And so, yeah, apparently 32 of them, 32 million, 32 Game Boys in Japan alone. No, 32 million Game Boys in Japan, 44 million in America, and the rest of them are spread out over the rest of the globe. Let's see if I can do some math. 4, 3, that's 7, and then 4 and 2 is 6. So 72 million in those two countries alone. So that leaves 28 somewhere in the rest of the globe.
That makes sense. I trust you. You're pretty good at math. But that does seem kind of strange. I remember my brother had one Game Boy, but it was probably one of the oldest versions there's out there. So I had no idea that they're that big.
Let's see. I have still 1, 2, 3 Game Boys. 3 Game Boys. Really? I have my mother's very, very original, the original big, gigantic gray block. And then I had a... Do I have... Yeah, no, I have a Game Boy Color, which was still no backlight. And then I had an old Game Boy Advance, which I traded in for a Game Boy Advance SP, which was the first one to have the backlit screen. Which you'd think they'd have thought of that forever ago, because now you can just play it all the time, and it works even as a flashlight.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, definitely helps to be able to play it in the dark, because I'm sure there are plenty of people out there.
Many of late-night road trips have been made more enjoyable.
Oh, yes. Because you can't read all the time.
It's true.
In the car. It's a struggle.
And this was the days pre-iPod or, MP3, so
exactly.
You only have a CD or two to listen to, and goodness knows Mother has control of the stereo system, so it's whatever she chooses. So, might as well have your Game Boy to save your sanity. Or what little of it's left in my case. So the Edge 88.1 KDPS. Edge 88.1 KDPS. We continue with the goofy video game stories. Okay, so hopefully we all know Sonic the Hedgehog. Karmen, Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's the blue guy, right?
Yes, the very fast blue hedgehog dude.
Yes, I know who that is.
Well, apparently he wasn't just what you're thinking of. He was also a gene on the chromosome 7 of the human genome. I don't know if you've ever, I'm just barely sciencey enough to understand this, but, the whole how humans get traits from their parents, both of them, there's male and female, and they mix, and then you're halfway lucky to get one part or another. Well, apparently one of those chromosomes, the 7th one, was, until recently, named after Sonic the Hedgehog.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Okay, I was thinking this was like his original form in the video game, not that somebody actually named a chromosome after him.
No, the video game came before the chromosome, not vice versa.
Okay, got it.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, no, we're naming a video game character after a chromosome.
Wow. That's it. Yeah, okay, that really shows how far video games have come.
It's true. But unfortunately, they decided to ditch all of the comedy names for genes, and thus it's not named that any longer.
Okay.
And so this is a sign that how good marketing can make a game sell more than actually quality production. Back in the heyday, the Atari 2600 had a very popular game called Space Invaders. Everybody knows Space Invaders. They sold about 1 million copies of it. But when E.T. came out, E.T. Phone Home, they made a video game for it on this, the Atari 2600, and it was rubbish. It was horrible.
E.T. didn't do good?
The video game was horrible. That being said, it sold 1.5 million copies, which was, 0.5 million more than Space Invaders, despite the fact that it was totally rubbish.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know there was an E.T. video game out there.
It's true. You never know, A high name brand, name power will always outsell quality.
Yeah, definitely. You can make a video game out of anything, pretty much.
It's true. Well, maybe they'll make a game out of us someday here on the Edge 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station.
This is Edge 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station, and it is theme week, and we are talking about video games again.
Woohoo!
Yay! Isaac's ideal, of course. And I have to admit, even I get into video games sometime. All right, well, I just was looking at something interesting, and I didn't know. I used to play Diddy Kong Racing and stuff like that, so I'm accustomed to Donkey Kong. But I did know that in Japanese, Donkey Kong translates as Stubborn Gorilla. It makes sense, though. But
I like it. Stubborn gorilla.
Stubborn gorilla.
Stubborn gorilla.
He looks like he could be stubborn.
He does, and he just won't let go of Princess Peach or whatever her name is, Lady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The character I used to be obsessed with when I was a kid, and got over.
You were obsessed with the girl?
Because I had to be a girl when we played Super Mario, the racing game, and she was the only girl there, so I had to be the girl. And then I got older, and I was like, she's stupid. I want to be Mario. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Nice.
That was
Okay,
her
then.
Yeah, that was my rebellious phase.
Oh, first we go for the Princess Peach. Stupid princess. Go for the plumber. Go for the plumber.
Yeah, but definitely. And I have to admit now, I can believe the stubborn gorilla thing about Donkey Kong in that game, because I'm serious, if you're not playing Donkey Kong, he's always cheating. He's always bumping you really hard and pushing you off the road. It just gets on my last nerve. It's annoying. I don't know if you noticed that when you're playing the computer. It's not
That's
fun.
awesome. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this. We should have more theme weeks
We
like this. Just
should.
talking about silly video games. This is a new side of you, Karmen.
Oh, good.
I hate that gorilla. He's always driving me off the road, man. Stubborn gorilla.
Well, my brother's seen this side because he's my video game partner.
Fair enough.
Come on, Mario. Beat him on the head with a plumbing tool.
Letting off those turtle shells to
Yeah.
hit somebody, knock them over.
Exactly.
Yes. Again, this is the edge, and we're hoping that you do well and avoid those stubborn gorillas.
Hey, JD8.1, KDPS. Des Moines video game themed shuffle station. At least the video game theme is for tonight. Don't worry, we haven't completely changed our programming, unfortunately. Let me talk to, the higher ups, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe it'd be all video game music all the time. Woo!
Yes!
That might not sell well, but hey, all of the geeks in town would listen, and that'd be awesome.
Draw a whole nother crowd.
Exactly. Okay. So, we continue with the interesting facts and the interesting stories. See, it's always me. It's still silly stuff, but it's all about video games, which is like the coolest ever, right? Yeah. Okay. So, the PS1, the PlayStation 1, everybody knows this, right? This was kind of the birth of Nintendo's main competition before the Xbox. But apparently the PlayStation 1 was originally planned as a Nintendo console. They designed most of this stuff. And, Sony designed most of the stuff, but then Nintendo just kind of said, meh, we don't want it. So, Sony decided to make it anyway, and thus, competition was born.
Ooh, well, I bet Nintendo feels pretty bad about letting that one get away.
Pretty much, you gotta love commercialism, capitalism, and, the all-important American dollar.
Of course. Isn't that how it happens? You got the big people on top, and then someone else comes up with an ideal, and they reject it, and then you still get famous anyway. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All about getting famous.
It's all about getting money.
Money, 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 money! Well, I really, really wish I had another money story for that one, but I don't, unfortunately. But this one's about Dead Space. I believe, many of you more hardcores may know this. It was kind of a gross game about gross things happening in a gross place. But apparently, to create some of the gruesomeness, the developers studied photos of car crash victims as their inspiration for the really, really, really gruesome things that would happen in the game. And to get ideas and sets, they watched hundreds and hundreds of horror movies.
Okay, I had never heard of this game, and I'm sitting
Now you
here-
kind of wish you hadn't.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just thinking, okay, what does he mean by gross? Because, that's a wide variety of things. It's very broad. And then you're describing what they did to prepare for the game, and I have a very good idea now.
Exactly. I think I never got further into that game than the demo.
Yeah.
And I really had no desire. I'm really not a horror game person. But
No.
it was a rather popular game, and, I'm not sure how I could do that and not have nightmares.
I'm not a horror film person either, so I couldn't play that.
Watching
It'd
horror,
be okay.
watching horror movies and, studying those kind of pictures and that kind of stuff would just kind of make my skin crawl.
Yeah. Take away my sleep.
Exactly. Okay, so one more. F-Zero X. This is an old Nintendo line of games. It was kind of like futuristic racing. They had these, these little F-Zero racers, and they were kind of think Ridge Racer, or what was that one guy with the really classy tune they just made a song out of it, movie a couple years ago.
I have no idea.
Me
either.
Classy tune.
Well, I don't know. I will think of it as soon as we go back to the music, but it was kind of a futuristic racing game, and, you know, Captain Falcon, all of that kind of fun stuff. But the game had unlimited number of racing tracks. Apparently, the game itself could randomly generate tracks, but most of them were just horrible. But every once in a while, you'd find an interesting one, and I mean, you'd never get tired of that same old racing track over and 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 again. So that's one upside. So hopefully, we will not play the same song over and over and again and give you the same silly fact over and over again. Our goal is to shuffle it up here on the Edge 88.1 KDPS Video Game Theme Week. Woohoo! Edge 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. Still talking about video games. Yay, video games! Woo. Woo. Okay, so Final Fantasy VII. We're going kind of more hardcore video game geekery here. Final Fantasy VII is, you know, kind of well renowned to be the best of the Final Fantasy series. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about, Karmen?
No, I've heard of Final Fantasy. But,
it's a good start.
I'm sorry, I'm behind on this one.
Well, the Final Fantasy series started forever ago. They're up to, I think, 12 now. But 7 was, I think, you know, many agreed it's kind of the best of the era. And back to the whole combination between PlayStation and Nintendo, it was originally designed for the N64. But the producers, Square, the makers, canceled the project and moved it to the PlayStation 1 because of the lack of space. The N64 used cartridges while the PlayStation 1 used CDs and DVDs.
Oh.
Apparently, Final Fantasy VII, the game, would have filled 13 N64 cartridges.
You're kidding.
13 of them. It only filled, I think it was on 2 PlayStation 1 discs. So it was still on 2 discs, but 13.
Oh my. Okay, that would be a very, 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 very long game.
That'd be like a boxed set
It would,
game.
like, you would just put it by itself.
Yeah, you'd have to, like, have a whole little box for it. Instead of, you know, just the cute little cartridges, like the little packs that they had, you'd have to have a box for it. And couldn't take it over to your friend's house. Mom, I gotta grab this. Put it in my backpack. It's gonna weigh 20 tons. But I want to play it at my friend's house, please.
I didn't think about transportation. I didn't.
Transportation does not work for video games. At
No,
least
not
for
that one.
13 cartridge video games.
No.
So, okay. And then the last fact, this one's kind of gruesome. Should have gone with the Dead Space one. But the death screams in an old game, Golden Axe, I never played it, but I believe I played some of the later games. But if this kind of shows what era it's from, some of the, you know, the screams and the sounds and stuff were actually digitized from the movies First Blood and Conan the Barbarian. There was an old Conan the Barbarian movie, and for those of you who don't know what First Blood means, it's the technical term is Rambo First Blood. So the original Rambo movie and Conan the Barbarian, they took sounds from that and put it in a video game.
Okay, I would love to see these people who make these video games, because that goes back to the whole we're not really into the horror thing, and I mean, I think it's interesting if somebody's gonna play it. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but I just think it's interesting. It is.
Yeah. Hey, but it's all about, you know, creative ingenuity and finding one thing that you like and being able to move it to something else.
I guess so, and somebody's gonna play it, so.
That or laziness. I'm too lazy to make it, so let's steal it from someone else. Well, this has been Karmen and Isaac. This has been Theme Week. Up next, we have a Grandview basketball game. Woo! So stay tuned. We'll be hooking you up to that just soon. And enjoy it. We've had a great night here on Edge 88.1 Des Moines Shuffle Station. Edge 88.1 KDPS Des Moines Shuffle Station. It is Theme Week. Woo!
Yay!
So here, we are no longer Doug and Isaac by the book, but we are Doug and Isaac Halloween theme. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. So, in honor of that, we're going to start with a joke. I'm not saying these are good jokes, they're just jokes for the Halloween season. What is a vampire's least favorite meal?
I do not know.
A steak. Ba-dum-tsh. Wah, wah.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yep,
and
it
it's
is.
so funny.
That's the point, and sometimes bad is funny.
Bad is funny.
Bad is funny.
Because it was bad.
Bad, and hey, It's vampire, so it's a vampire bat. Bat is funny too, but I'm gonna be done. Okay, now tell us costumes for the year.
All right. So the top 10 costumes. Number 1.
These are adult costumes.
Yes.
We might come back with pet costumes later, just because the thought of that entertains me.
They are fun. First one, a witch. Number 2, a vampire. Number 3, a pirate.
Okay, so far all of these sound like excuses for girls to dress slutty.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
And the first 2, witch and vampire, made me think of a lot of the TV shows, like True Blood.
There you go. So mainstream slutty. Check.
Yes. And pirate, can easily be done.
Yep.
Batman characters, of course. Which,
Okay, that I'll buy.
Yeah. Zombies, because who doesn't like a good Walking Dead?
Zombies are always popular. And stay tuned, because we do have more information about zombies later in the show.
Ooh, do you watch Walking Dead?
I really want to watch Walking Dead, but I've never had time.
God, it's good.
I've heard it's amazing.
Okay, and then speaking of slutty, Vixen. I'm assuming that
goodness.
is... I don't really know what Vixen means.
It's either a fox or someone
I was
wearing as
thinking-
little as possible.
I was thinking it was a reindeer. Isn't there a Vixen? Number 7, a princess, of course. And then there's a tie for number 8.
Uh-oh.
Yes, either a ghost or a nurse.
Ah, so we've got the actual Halloween costume or more slutty.
Yes. Number 9, a cat. And for number
Okay.
10 is Superman.
Oh, Superman, how you have slipped.
Yes, I thought that might have been a little higher.
Our favorite superhero has gone down the tubes in favor of women dressing slutty.
Yes, well, I dressed up as none of those this last week.
What did you dress up as?
An Endorian from Star Trek.
Of course you
Blue
did.
face, antennas, yes.
Well, I am saying for the evening that I'm a lumberjack simply because I happen to be wearing a plaid flannel shirt, so we'll take it.
I did not wear my costume today. I guess today I'm a newspaper editor.
There you go. Today, he's a newspaper editor.
Yes.
Well, okay, now we are ending with the joke as well. We're just going to make your ears bleed with all of the unfortunately corny jokes.
What do vampires enjoy most about baseball?
What?
The bats and doubleheaders.
Oh, goody.
I like that one. That one actually made me kind of laugh. I don't know why.
Well, stay tuned for more jokes that will make Doug laugh and will make me roll my eyes. Here on the Edge 88.1 KDPS theme week, we have Halloween music, of course. None of this regular shuffle stuff. We've got special stuff for you tonight.
We have the Halloween shuffle.
Halloween shuffle. So enjoy.
The Edge 88.1 KDPS, where we are creepy and spooky. So, what kind of toothpaste do vampires buy?
Bat flavored?
Ooh, no. Ultrabite.
Ultravite. Of course.
Because, yeah, I like these jokes.
Of course you do.
But I love the little kid jokes, and we don't have trick-or-treaters at my house.
Really? That's depressing.
It is.
All right. Well, another option for those of you who do not have children to go trick-or-treating and do not like dumb jokes to stay home and listen to, there's always the option of parties. And one of the coolest and happeningest most parties is Heidi Klum's. Somehow, through all of her Victoria's Secret being awesomeness, she still has time to be pretty much the queen of Halloween. In past years, she's had all kinds of costumes, including Lady Godiva and a robotic superhero.
What's a robotic superhero?
A-
Like Iron Man?
Maybe the hot female version, yes.
Oh, okay. She could pull that off.
So last year, she had her usual crazy party. What was it? Vinny from Jersey Shore came and he was dressed as Zoolander. He didn't have Blue Steel, but he was making Magnum.
Oh, I don't know who that really is, though.
Vinny? Or
yeah, Vinny.
He's one of the guys from Jersey Shore. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Okay.
And apparently there were some disguised celebrities. Fergie and Natasha Bedingfield were both there, kind of hidden. And all kinds of more interesting stuff. But the tragedy is, this year, Heidi has postponed this party because of Sandy.
Not Sandy.
No, the hurricane.
Okay.
Or Superstorm, or whatever.
Okay.
Whatever she was. The
Not-
Superstorm. I like Superstorm. That's a good definition of her. Superstorm. So all of those really rich, famous celebrities out there are going to just have to, I don't know, donate their candy money to charity.
Oh.
I was thinking charity, or maybe they could just volunteer with their time instead.
That'd be nice.
Help all of those poor New Yorkians.
Sandbag the subways.
There you go. So they say that maybe, just maybe, Heidi Klum will have a very haunted Christmas. That could be an interesting option.
That would actually be kind of fun. Be like the Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing.
Oh, that would be really cool. Maybe she should do that. We'll have to write her a letter. Heidi Klum, haunted Christmas. Haunted Christmas.
And then she can invite Doug and Isaac.
There you go. We'll be celebrities.
All
right.
What would you dress as? I'm trying to think of Nightmare Before Christmas characters, and I can't think of any. Isn't there Uba Uba or something like that? The big blob guy?
I should know this, but I don't. I love that
It's
movie.
so sad.
We'll think about it and get back to you.
Yes.
All right. So, what does a monster wear when it rains?
I don't know.
His ghoul lashes. Every time he laughs, my eyes just roll more.
I was trying to do a sinister laugh too, but I can't really pull that off.
You can't.
I'm not very sinister-ish.
We'll practice it. How's
Okay.
that?
By the end, I will do this. So, this is the Edge 88.1 KDPS. And up next, we have I Put a Spell on You.
Halloween Theme Week. Edge 88.1 KDPS Halloween Theme Week. And you're getting there, maybe. I don't know. All right. So, for the joke, why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know.
To show the raccoon that it can be done.
See, I do like it.
That one's slightly more dark and twisted, but I like it because I mean, you don't see a lot of dead chickens squished in the street.
I've not seen one.
Exactly. There you go.
Sorry, I was trying to think. If I grew up, there was a person down the street that grew chickens. You've never seen anything until you see one get its head chopped off.
We are not going to go into that right now. This is Halloween. Well, actually, this is...
Blood and gore. Hello.
Yeah, this is horror time, but I'll pass.
There's my
Thanks.
evilness coming out.
That was actually a better scary laugh than you've done before, too.
Okay. So, do you have a joke for us?
I just told the joke.
I know. I wanted another one.
Are you joking me? But I'm
sorry. Okay, so we were talking a little bit about costumes, and I gotta tell you, the dog costumes really started making me laugh.
Mm-hmm. Had to do it, didn't you?
Yes. Because
Knew
I'm
it.
thinking my dogs won't dress up because they would tear it off of each other. Because, yeah. Number one, though, dog costume, a pumpkin.
I can see that. That's pretty cute.
Yeah. Or a devil. Devil dog.
Sounds kind of creepy and demonic, but it works.
A little bit. Though, and then hot dog, I'm thinking it's not very original, especially if they're dachshund.
especially if it's a dachshund, yeah.
Yeah. A cat, which...
That just seems mean.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be ironic, but it's kind of silly.
Irony.
A bee. Which
Yeah,
I've actually seen good dog pictures dressed as bees.
Yep,
so.
I can see that. That's cute.
And then it gets kind of silly. Like, a tie for number 6 was a dog and a ghost.
Why would you dress your dog as a dog?
It's a dog. I know, that's what I was thinking. Do you, like, dress the Chihuahua as a St. Bernard?
Okay, that could be kind of funny.
How would you do it? I don't really get it. So, or there's also, you could dress them as an action or superhero.
Interesting.
So we have Super Dog, I guess. Underdog.
There you go,
funny.
underdog.
Here, yeah. And then a witch. And then this one I kind of understand. Bow ties, fancy collars, or bandanas. To me, that does not seem very original for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because they could do that year round.
Yeah.
Or Superman. But I think
Superman?
That
Is that number 10?
That is number 10. So
really? Superman is number 10 for adults and dogs.
Which I find funny because number 7 was action and superheroes. Is Superman not a superhero anymore?
Apparently not. He's a very specific superhero. I don't know. That's kind of odd.
It is. I was trying to think of things that I would dress my dog as.
Yeah.
But of course, mine are kind of crazy and silly but
there's no accounting for taste.
You know, I'm thinking dress him up as like a tool or something. Like a hammer. Hammer dog.
Why?
I don't know. Okay. I guess that's it, because my mind is not going anywhere else. But, how did the monster predict the future?
He's psychotic? No, psychopathic. No, the other one. I don't know. You go.
with a horoscope. You didn't like that one.
Have I liked any of these?
Nah, probably not as much as I have.
I know.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, well.
All right, well, up next we have the Time Warp.
Time Warp.
Rocky Horror Picture Show on KDPS 88.1.
Halloween.
Time is...
The Edge 88.1 KDPS. Ghostbustering.
Ghostbusters.
So, what did the monster do when he lost his hand, Isaac?
Become ambidextrous?
He went to a second-hand store.
Wah, wah. Okay, I did like that one.
That was really good. Yes. That was like the best one so far.
Yep, that's right. We are still here with Doug and Isaac Halloween theme. Wah, ha, ha. Okay, that was pretty good. Slightly terrifying, but awesome. I guess that's the point.
Yes.
All right, so everybody likes scary movies. But I'm cheap and lazy, and I don't like going out to movies, and renting movies is a hassle. So I am a huge fan of Netflix.
I do love Netflix.
So we have a list for you of the top 5 horror movies on Netflix.
Ooh.
But don't get too fascinated. You can't watch them until we're off the air. Okay? So don't even...
Well, and then you got the lovely Leela.
Then we have Leela. So
and then we have Cassie and...
Tomorrow. Just watch them tomorrow.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So the list starts with Let the Right One In, which I'd actually heard about before this list, and it is a vampire movie that, frankly, does it better than that. You know, what's that one movie with Edward and that one Bella chick that
Sparkle Vampires?
Yeah,
Twilight.
them. I don't want to think about it, but Twilight. Does it better than them? And then for those of you who know, does Love better than Twilight? Oh, I said it. And does Scary better than True Blood? So this is, I've heard about it. I've heard it's a very excellent movie for kind of spooky vampire love stuff. I don't know, you know, some people seem to like that.
Twilight really not a scary movie.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Other than it's Twilight.
Shh. Be gone. Be gone. All right, number 4, Lovely Molly, which, you know, the preface kind of says, in a lot of cases, horror and comedy tend to go hand in hand. Sometimes if you do horror badly, it becomes comedy. Either way, you want a really reactive response. But Lovely Molly is just a movie with no purpose other than wholly disturb audience. It's a psychological thriller. It's about a newlywed who moves into her childhood cabin home, and her past traumas bring kind of suppressed inner demons.
I've not heard of this.
I hadn't either, but it sounds spooky. You have to understand, I'm not a huge horror movie person, so I'm going to be avoiding all of these like the plague.
Oh.
But I know there are people out there who like them, so I'm informing you. All right. Up next, number 3
is
Creep Show, which is apparently a horror anthology. It's a set of about 5. The one that caught my interest was it's led by Leslie Nielsen, and it's a zombie-inspired revenge tale.
You've not seen Creep Show?
I haven't, but I mean Leslie Nielsen's awesome, so I might have to poke into this.
I would
one.
have to say that so far on this list, that is a must-see, just because it's kind of creepy.
Good to know. Okay, and then we have An American Werewolf in London,
which is a great classic.
Which is I haven't seen it. I've heard there's some sort of infamous transformation scene. Infamous transformation scene.
It's probably one of the most creepiest, scariest actual transformation scenes, and considering it's probably in the 70s or 80s that it was done.
Good to know.
It's phenomenal.
I'll avoid that one. Sounds
no,
like
it's really good. You need to watch it.
All right,
tomorrow.
We'll see. Great. Yeah, because I have free time. All right, and then lastly, the top horror movie being watched right now on Netflix is Insidious.
What is that one about? Because I can't remember.
They don't really say what it's about. They just says that it's kind of bloodless and it's excellent. Bloodless isn't like.
Who stars in it? Is it
You're killing me.
I'm sorry.
Rose Byrne, Patrick Wilson, Ty Simpkins. That's just kind of the top 3 names on the list. And
I think I've seen it. I think it is kind of scary.
And it's from director James Wan, who did Saw.
Which great whole series of them. Well, the first couple were good.
So it says it's one of few movies that can maintain its scariness through repeat viewings. And it's very kind of methodical, and it's very scary, and thus I don't want to watch it.
So you're not much of a scary movie?
I'm not. I can do kind of tense and psychological. I actually, probably my favorite quote-unquote horror movie is the first Saw. I watched that and really enjoyed that. I don't know. I'm one of those sick people that was giggling most, the times when most people would be going, ew.
I just watched one that was kind of similar to Saw called Die, and it had...
Sounds kind of blunt.
It is. It was basically these people got kidnapped by this guy, and it was a roll. They had to roll to see how the other person would die. It was very kind of... It was almost Saw...
I get it, die.
Yeah,
But I'm...
Die. Yeah, it was a roll of the die, so it was chances. So they may live, may not live.
Gotcha.
So it was interesting. It was kind of Saw-ish.
Yeah.
But it was pretty violent, and there's a guy in it that looks almost like Christopher Maloney, and it's not him.
Interesting.
I looked him up, couldn't find it, why he wasn't in the movie.
Very weird.
It wasn't him. So, why wouldn't the skeleton cross the road?
Because he didn't have the guts.
Exactly.
Ah, I got it. Yes.
Very good.
All right. Well, we're keeping going with the
Halloween theme week.
Halloween
or
theme
night.
Theme night. Well, it's theme week, but for us it is theme night here on the Edge 88.1 KDPS. Doug and Isaac. Up next we have
Werewolves of London.
There you go. Tying it all together. Edge 88.1 KDPS. Edge 88.1 KDPS Des Moines Shuffle Station. It is Doug and Isaac Halloween theme week.
I'm practicing my evil laugh.
Good. Okay.
I might need it later.
What are a spook's 2 favorite rides at the fair?
Silly Silo. Bumper cars?
The roller coaster and the merry-go-round.
I like that. Ooh, merry-go-round.
I like the second one. The first one, not so much.
Okay.
All right, so I've always been curious kind of what's some of the history of Halloween? Where did it come from? Why do we do what we do?
Well, I have an answer.
Do you?
Yes.
That's shocking.
It is kind of shocking sometimes that I have answers. Random answers, too. I've known this. Halloween comes from the shortened version of All Hallows Evening,
okay,
or Hallows Eve. And the traditional activities is trick-or-treating, bonfires, costume parties, visiting haunted houses, and carving jack-o'-lanterns. But its origins are actually Celtic.
Okay.
Celtic, not Celtic.
Celtic.
We're not Celtics.
Basketball game or ancient group
the
of...
Celtic festivals that were known as Samhain.
Okay.
These festivals celebrated the end of the harvest seasons.
Okay.
So they would do these. Ancient pagans would stock up their supplies to prepare for winter.
Okay.
And they wanted to get this done before October 31st.
Okay.
Because it was believed that October 31st was the overlap between for the boundaries of the worlds of the living and the dead. So they would overlap. So they had to make sure that their crops were done because they were worried that the deceased would come back to life, cause havoc, and give sickness or damage crops.
Well, that stinks. We don't like that.
No. So they'd have these festivals with bonfires that they believed that would attract the insects, which would also attract bats in the areas.
Interesting.
So that's why they're so popular with bats and
That's
Halloween.
why, bats are such a Halloween thing. Gotcha.
Yes, yeah. And they would wear masks and costumes in order to mimic the evil spirits or to appease them.
Ah.
So
we
either
can't
make
decide
them
if we
happy,
want to make them happy or make
hide
them
from
think
them.
we're like them. Yes.
Yeah.
Weird.
So either way, I think you're appeasing them. I mean, if you're mocking them. But I don't know how, Slutty Pirate is, going with that. But hey. So, and that's where trick-or-treating came, because kids would come up and then they would knock and ask for either tricks or treats. So that you'd either do a trick on them or give them a treat.
Gotcha.
But of course now it's trick or treat and you tell a stupid lame joke, i.e., because he didn't have guts, and you get candy.
There you go. Hey, I like getting candy. Don't knock getting candy.
I want candy. We just played that
on
the shuffle station. Ha ha ha. Alright, so, next joke here. What happened to the vampire who tried to gain weight by eating more?
This worries me, the fact that you're already laughing at
I know.
What?
It didn't work. It was all in vain.